In old-style regulatory agencies, Congress sought to minimize the political control that the President could exercise over any particular agency. This was partly due to the belief that if economic stability was to be promoted in an industry, the regulation should be as apolitical as possible. To this end, the Congress, as a general rule, structured these agencies as independent commissions and gave them a very narrow range of regulatory responsibilities. That is, generally each commission regulated only one or two industries. The old-style regulatory commissions were usually governed by a board of 7 to 15 commissioners who were appointed but not removable by the President for staggered 6-year terms. This structure was provided so that the President would have the opportunity to appoint only part of the Commission's membership at any given time, and then, once appointed, the Commissioners would be free to make decisions without regard to political pressure from the White House. Examples of this type of regulatory agency include the Interstate Commerce Commission, the Federal Trade Commission, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Federal Communications Commission, and the Civil Aeronautics Board, now called the Federal Aviation Administration. We may note that all of these agencies are responsible for regulating a very narrow range of industries. By the 1960s, it was widely believed that federal efforts to regulate business practices had been largely unsuccessful. Indeed, many critics complained that the regulatory commissions had developed close ties with the very industries or companies that they were set up to regulate. Public interest advocates began to argue that the commissions were not protecting the public interest, rather they had become captured by the very business interests that they were set up to regulate.